What's going on, guys? Zayden here. Just want to talk about the upcoming fight with Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Made a video before, but I think it was just a quick one. I haven't really looked into it again. But I'm so excited for this fight. I wish it was tomorrow or something, or tonight, but it's not. So I gotta wait for a whole nother month. But I'm excited for this fight just because we've been waiting like 5 or 6 years for this fight to happen. Should have happened a long time ago, but it's finally here, so can't complain. Anyways, my prediction, it's not much of a prediction, but hope. Because Pacquiao wins. I'm hoping that they finally take that O away from Mayweather and put a 1 in there. Because he's undefeated, so hopefully they beat him. That's why I watch Mayweather's fights, because I'm hoping like Canelo was gonna beat him. I was hoping Maidana was gonna beat him. That's why I buy this guy's fights, because I'm hoping he loses. But that's how he gets you. So nothing to take away from Mayweather. Of course, he's a great defensive fighter, one of the greatest boxers of my generation. I was never there for the Muhammad Ali generation. I wasn't there for the Sugar Ray Leonard generation. I was kind of a part of let's see, what can I say? It's not much of a boxer, but I was named after Julio Cesar Chavez. But he was still around when I was young. But he was already way past his prime, so I can't really say much to do there. But in my generation, Mayweather's the main dude. So anyway, let's get to it. I've bet $200 on Pacquiao. Betting with my heart, not with my brain. It seems like a lost cause, but it just makes it that more exciting when I watch the fight. I've lost with the Canelo fight. I've lost a couple of fights too, just because I've bet with my heart and not with my brain. If I bet with my brain, I bet on Mayweather. I bet that Mayweather's gonna outbox him throughout the whole fight. He's gonna counter punch him throughout the whole fight and make him remember the Marcus fight. That's what I think. I think he's gonna time Pacquiao coming in. Pacquiao supposedly gonna come on strong and throw punches and bunches and just let it Mayweather have it. But like I said, I want to see Mayweather lose. So I'm hoping for Pacquiao, and I bet my friend $200, and I'm hoping that happens. So, $200 is a lot, but it's how it goes. It's just money. I mean, other people love money, and like Mayweather. It's fun. I can't really say much. I mean, you just gotta work harder to get that money back. Money comes and goes, and I just use it just for that. I mean, I don't really bet anything other than boxing. So anyways, I think this fight might actually be controversial. Like at the end, you probably see I don't know, either Mayweather or Pacquiao each having a oh, it can be this way, oh, it can be that way. I think it's not, but it might be because the rematch clause is in there, and they can't. If they make the rematch, it might make a whole lot of money too. So, I mean, that can happen. I mean, it's happened with the Marcus Pacquiao fights, Timothy Bradley versus Pacquiao. Not much of Mayweather. Well, like early in his career, like those Castillo fights, but that was a long time ago. It's happened before. It's boxing. It happens all the time. I'm just hoping it doesn't, because, I mean, a lot of people are hoping for this fight, and then if something like this happens, it might bring the sport down a lot more, because a lot of people who don't watch boxing a whole lot are finally going to watch this fight, like, because they don't really like boxing, because they think it's boring. Just for the average viewer, oh, Pacquiao, Mayweather, they're probably going to watch it. And something like this happens, they'll be like, oh, what the hell, this is boxing, this is garbage, and just leave it. They might not even watch the rematch if it happens. So, comes and finally, because it took 5 or 6 years, people are saying that this fight is probably staged or fixed already, and they're just gonna roll with something that, you know, comes to a close decision, and at the end, you know, Mayweather's probably gonna get it, or Pacquiao. I'm thinking more Mayweather because people will buy more Mayweather fights to see him lose. In my opinion, they want to see him lose because a whole lot of people that I watch fights with always want to see Mayweather lose. Maybe it's just the people hanging around with, but that's just the way it is here. We watch boxing and we buy the fight to hopefully see Mayweather finally lose. So Pacquiao might come close to beating Mayweather, but not enough, so they might make that rematch. And maybe that's just how they fix the fight. You know, there's been fixed fights before, like I said. Boxing has had a very bad, you know, experience. I guess I forgot the word how to say it, but they've had a bad reputation. There we go on fixed fights. I can't really say much. It just happens, and if it happens, no one really does anything about it. It just happened. You know, it's like we move on. And now that we have this big fight, finally, you know, this hoping nothing of that nature happens. Controversial, you know, fixed. You know, already know who's gonna win before the fight even happens. I hate that stuff. I just want to go 100% in that ring and give us, you know, something we can, you know, get excited about. What I'm hoping for is that Pacquiao hurts Mayweather to the body, which is very difficult, and he just does not stop throwing punches. Move around the ring, and, you know, be cautious. Don't just jump in like you did with the Marcus fight and get caught, because it's gonna happen with Mayweather. It will happen with Mayweather if you do that. Mayweather, of course, he's gonna, you know, use his shell a lot. He's gonna be a defensive fighter. He's gonna try and time Pacquiao, and I think he's gonna be successful at it later in the rounds. I'm hoping Manny Pacquiao is able to hurt Mayweather and, you know, bring Mayweather down. You know, like, I mean, throw body punches where Mayweather's gonna feel those punches and he's gonna starting getting tired. That way they're gonna be at a even playing field throughout the whole fight, because Manny Pacquiao's gonna be throwing a whole lot of punches and Mayweather's gonna most likely be blocking most of them. So I'm hoping Mayweather's able to hurt Mayweather to the body. That way, you know, Manny Pacquiao doesn't have disadvantages through the late rounds. But it's so hard to do against Mayweather, man. That's what I say with betting with the heart and not with the brain, because I think Mayweather is gonna give him a boxing lesson. And, you know, I'm hoping it doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But I was just thinking it straight, you know. Manny Pacquiao usually gets cramps in his calves, you know, moving around too much. I think he's been having them. I'm not too sure, but I think I've read a little bit. I haven't really looked into it, but he does get cramps. And that's another factor in this fight, where Manny Pacquiao's probably going to be tired towards the end. And he starts getting cramps. He's not going to be able to move around as much as, like, I want him to, or people want him to. So, I'm just hoping the you know, trainers or whatever find the way to reduce those cramps, or eliminate them, you know, completely for this fight, because it's gonna be huge for Manny Pacquiao to not move around in that ring. That's another thing too, that Manny Pacquiao has advantage, moving around the ring, because Mayweather, you know, he's a defensive fighter. Manny Pacquiao is a little bit faster. Do I think Pacquiao is faster than Mayweather? Yes, I do. I think Pacquiao is faster than Mayweather. But Mayweather is smarter than Pacquiao, and his timing is way better than Pacquiao. So no matter how much speed you're gonna have in those hands, Mayweather is gonna make you remember. He's gonna make you remember Marcus. Pacquiao is way faster than Marcus, way faster. And you saw what happened against Marcus. He jumped into this freaking bomb that just put him to sleep. And I think Mayweather's going to be able to do something similar to that. Many people say that Mayweather still has power in his hands. I think so too. I just don't think Mayweather's going to be risking himself to get punched and, become like other legends where they can't really talk right and, get hurt and just don't live life, like they were young. Mayweather avoids all that completely, he has kids. He's businessman too. He can't afford to be making risks like that. So Mayweather's gonna be coming 100% for this fight. He's not gonna take a single risk, even if people boo him. If it's a boring fight or something, Manny Pacquiao can't get to Mayweather. Mayweather just does not let him do that. People are gonna boo. He's not gonna get with them because he already has his money. So, boo-hoo to you guys because I'm winning. Mayweather is training harder. As I can see, he's brought in bigger guys. They'll be like, oh, why? Because Manny Pacquiao's speed isn't. Well, Pacquiao hits a lot harder too. I mean, he put Ricky Hatton to sleep like nothing. He's beat the hell out of Antonio Margarito, Miguel Cotto. You can see their faces after the fights, man. They're just horrible. But Manny Pacquiao does not finish him off. They're like, oh, he's never got a knockout. Because he doesn't want to, man. I mean, you saw Antonio Margarito fight. Margarito has a great chin, alright? His chin is freaking great. He did get hurt with the Shane Mosley fight, but of course you kind of know, if you haven't seen that fight, check it out. There was a controversy with the hand wraps and all that, and he wasn't right. He ever since he got caught, he just was not right. But Manny Pacquiao tried to put him away, and it was not happening. So what happened was just he damages his pretty much like, I forgot the hell they call it, right here. He got messed up. Like he was never right again. Like his eye, he can't even shut it, or he can't shut it right, I think, or something happened with his eye. But you can tell the difference between his eye, his other eye. Pacquiao has power, man. He beat the hell out of Cotto. What other fights? These are the two fights with Brandon Rios and what's the other guy's name? I forgot the other dude. Shoot, that was messed up. Yeah, but these other two fights weren't too convincing, I mean, Brandon Rios, he really wasn't there. You did not get the Brandon Rios that I was expecting in that fight. I was hoping that Brandon Rios, be more active. He was a little bit in the early rounds, but then he just I don't know what the hell happened. Manny Pacquiao just took over and he just pretty much Brandon Rios turned into a punching bag. It sucks, man, because this is another disadvantage Manny Pacquiao gets. After the Marquez fight, he fought those two fights, I think. Just two, I think, yeah. I think it's just those two fights. I think so, yeah. Come back in another fight. Yeah, it was just those two fights. And the other guy, the last guy Pacquiao fought, he had to go up in weight pretty much to go fight Pacquiao. So Brandon Rios was, of course, another kind of weird opponent. But hopefully Pacquiao got his confidence back after that huge knockout that he did, or he was part of. So I'm getting off track here. Mayweather's timing is going to be the key to this fight. Yes, it is. It's going to be the main thing in this fight. His timing. It's going to be Mayweather's timing that's going to be the key in this fight. Nothing else. Just the timing. That's all Mayweather needs to worry about. Timing Pacquiao's movements. Because what Nacho Berenstein said was great when he said that that Manny Pacquiao was becoming more of a boxer and not much of a like slugger, like where he just throws punches in weird angles and comes in weird, you know, directions and all this and that. Cause he was like, you can never time him, man. He was just going off the walls and just punching everywhere he go. You know, you cannot figure him out. And then as soon as he progressed throughout his career, he became more, you know, a boxer. You know, a boxer. And then you can finally see what Pacquiao's been doing. Like you actually time him now. You know, and that's what Nacho Beninstein did throughout the Pacquiao fights. Every time they fought 4 times, man. This is like 12 rounds in each fight, so they fought so many rounds that eventually, you know, it was gonna come, cause Pacquiao got better as a boxer, and then that's not just Beninstein's advantage with Marquez. He was able to time him better. This is gonna be the difference in this fight, but I'm hoping Pacquiao wins. Hopefully, hopefully, you know, I'm hoping. This is all hope. This is all hope, guys, alright? Hoping this is just an action-packed fight that everybody can enjoy and gives boxing a good name. They're finally starting to bring boxing, free TV, you know, Spike, Channel 3, what's it called? CBS? Something like that? I can't remember the freaking thing. But I'm hoping it comes back and this boosts those ratings a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, betting with the heart, not with the brain, and that's always a bad thing. But it can be really exciting, and at the end, if hope comes true, I get $200. I'm a big boxing fan, of course. If you guys, I used to have previous channels, but I kind of just went off of that, and I've been kind of mixing it up a little bit with video games, my car, Cadillac, and now boxing again. So let me know what you guys think about this upcoming fight. Hoping you guys enjoy it, and we're gonna get so drunk and effed up. I'm trying to reduce my language because of my kid, so I'm gonna get freaking wrecked for that fight. So let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.